red pill, this probably won't be for you, especially if you're over 25. There's no hope for you. But I finally sat down and watched the Barbie movie, and I wasn't expecting it to be that deep, y'all. My crybaby ass was literally crying. And I'm not here to tell you that the movie was ass or even, that good. It's not like I'm gonna say, "Oh, let's watch the Barbie movie again." But I think it was cute. It was quirky, and it was funny, and it showed some good talking points, such as patriarchy. I was a Bratz girly growing up, but I probably had like one to two Barbies, but I used to cut their hair off and use those Barbies for the Kens for my brats. Ah. But this movie just wasn't for the girls, okay? I feel like everyone could learn something or take something away from this movie for sure. In this video, I want to break down the patriarchy, gender, roles, identity, power, and more. Let's talk about the real message hiding behind the pink and glitter. If you didn't know, you're in Cinema Conspiracy Corner. I'm Akira Neeks, a certified binge watcher. Here I just yap my thoughts, opinions, and my conspiracies. Bring your discernment while here. Leave your opinions and yap your thoughts and all that good stuff down in the comments below. I'm just simply starting the conversation here at the corner. Let the yapping begin. Starting off with the set. The set was perfect and it matched the Barbie aesthetic down to the houses, color scheme, and just the whole Barbie land. I enjoyed the music track, especially that beginning Lizzo song, how it cut in the scenes. That was pretty funny. And the commentator, that was cute. But I liked all the songs besides that one Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj song. Like, I can't stand that song. And I'm a Barb, but I don't like that. The I just don't like the lyrics in the chorus or whatever it is when she's like, all of the Barbies is pretty. Like, come on now, we can use some other. I just don't like it. Okay, I don't have to explain myself, and I'm a Barb, so I can tell my god dang opinion on a song. But anyway, we got to see different variations of Barbies, and even the Barbies that was discontinued. So, like I mentioned earlier, this movie is for all the sexes. We get to see the exploration, critique, and deconstruction of patriarchy through Barbie's and Ken's journeys. Okay, so this movie first takes off in, of course, Barbie Land, and is ran by all the Barbies, which would be a matriarchal society. I also want to point out the scene when Barbie and Ken first entered the real world.
Wow, this is the real world.
Barbie, I told you there'd be beach.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
Give us a smile, Blondie.
Why are these men looking at me?
Yeah, they're also staring at me.
Oh, love that.
Wow.
I feel kind of ill at ease. Like, I don't know the word for it, but I'm conscious, but it's myself that I'm conscious of.
I'm not getting any of that. I feel what can only be described as admired, but not ogled. And there's no undertone of violence.
Mine very much has an undertone of violence. Oh, look, a construction site. We need that good feminine energy. Ladies, yoo-hoo!
Oh, you got fries with
If
that
I
shit?
said you had a hot body, would you hold it against me?
Is
Is that a mirror in your pocket?
Baby, you are an
I can
angel.
see myself in your shorts.
I don't know exactly what you meant with all of those little quips, but I'm picking up on some sort of entendre, which appears to be double. And I would just like to inform you, I do not have a vagina. And he does not have a penis. We don't have genitals.
That's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
It's cool. Yeah.
I have all the genitals.
Jeez.
And we see Barbie looking uncomfy, but Ken is soaking it up, y'all. He loves it. They discover the real world is not saved like they believed back in Barbie Land, but instead flip. The men rule. It's highlighted the reversal of roles and gender imbalances can start to adapt to the patriarchal views, such as the horses, Mojo Dojo Casa House, as a parody of toxic masculinity. Let me also point out that we don't know where the hell Ken lives. He later goes on to steal everything from Barbie. Once Barbie reached the headquarters of Mattel, it is run by these incompetent men, pointing out the male dominated corporate spaces. I'm not saying that men, can't run corporations, but look at the corporation of USA. And I also want to give a shout out to Ben of Ben and Jerry's Ice Cream for taking a stand, and even the CEO, David Stiver. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but shout out to y'all for speaking out on injustices going on in the world. I really I fucks with that. Next, I want to get into some character arcs. Barbie confronts loss of identity and learns to define herself beyond societal roles or the Barbie perfection. Us as women are seen to be cooks, maids, therapists, hairdressers, moms, aunties, grandmas, and often having to take on the manly roles. A lot of mothers lose themselves after having kids when that's just not all that we are. And I also want to give a shout out to all the good mothers out there. And I also side eye anyone who say we are just here to repopulate the earth. And I side eye y'all women out here having kids in today's climate. And I've been seeing a lot of pregnancy announcements. And no congratulations for me. And I told that to my friends and sisters. If y'all out here having kids this year, you're not getting no congratulations from me. I don't care. Our rights being taken away and you decide to bring another slave to the 1% in. No congratulations from me. And I will hold women accountable for being selfish. Majority of women, a lot of women have kids for selfish reasons. I want to feel love, all that bullshit. Girl, no. Absolutely not. We need to be protecting our wombs. Today, the baby mama culture is being pushed out, and it's even said, he could still leave if we're married. All that dumb shit. Before lies, just lies, and not taking accountability for you choosing to do what you did. Okay? And I want to do a little hot take on that Holly and DDG. I don't feel bad for either one of them. They both wanted to have a kid and they both should have chosen better, especially you, Holly, and Kiki. Both of them are examples of dating down. Kiki also promotes the settling, and look where that got her. Protect your womb, ladies. Please. I have no sympathy for a baby mama. Stop promoting that culture in our community because it's unacceptable. Let's get into Ken. Ken represents how, under patriarchal conditions, men seek power for validation. Let me touch on this male loneliness epidemic. Loads of men are blaming women for their loneliness without even changing anything about themselves. Women want a man over 6 feet. Women want this, that. They want my money I don't have. Well, who set these standards for that? Men. Oh, okay. And I don't care. I don't feel sorry, not even 1 ounce of sorry for no man. I don't even I don't, shoot, I really don't. I don't be giving a fuck. Man. Damn. But anyway, I feel like these men nowadays are the weakest ever in history. That will be in the history books for real. Like, I even worked 2 jobs and I owned a business, and men would still say, "Oh, you just want my money." I mean, of course, I want your money, but You don't even have nothing to offer besides your private part, and that don't even guarantee me a nut. So get the fuck on with that. And hot take on that DL Whisperer. I personally like the guy. I don't care if he's doing this just because he did get picked. I don't care. He woke some stuff up. We need to stop treating these down low men like they just, oh, you could be down. No, it's no. And I do not believe that people should be outed for their sexuality. I don't believe that. But in my opinion, all that shit goes out the window when you disrespecting and harming women. Thinking back, I've been with some down low men before, and I know what to look for now. I personally don't want a bisexual man. I'm cool if you ever tell me, I tried it, I don't like it, I'm straight. I can respect that, but I don't want a bisexual man. It's a lot of women out here that wants bisexual men, and it's some that don't. And I know that what he's doing out in people, I'm not with that. I know it could cause them to crash out, but that only just proves the point. You crashing out and harming a woman, that's only proving a point. And if they decide to take themselves out, I just feel like it's one less guy. Shit, that can be hurting women. I'm catching myself saying females. I'm trying to deconstruct myself from that. That's the patriarchy in me talking. Women are, and I'm not even no feminist, okay? I'm not a feminist. I do not promote the equality of men and women because I do not feel like men and women are equal. I don't. The patriarchy was set up to not respect women and to put us down. We are not protected, especially black women. We're the least protected and the most hated when we are literally the mother. Okay? And plus, if if I'm if I'm over you and I know that I'm better than you and above you, why would I waste my time to look down to put you down if you already below me? That's just a waste of time. I'm gonna just leave that there. And I also feel like a lot of men have womb envy, thus the creation of religion. How can women come from a man's rib? Mary getting pregnant out of nowhere? Huh? We literally have a portal between our legs. We're more educated. That was even a topic going around for a minute. I don't know if the CIA pushed that out, and I don't give a fuck if they did. Personally, me, I never completed college, but I still seek knowledge, and I have trades. I'm, I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need a lot more women to wake up and see our worth. We are not physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually on the same level as men. Gloria's monologue addresses the impossible standards women face and gives a feminine critique to patriarchy. I will always hold women accountable. We saw her all the Barbies just let the cans take over. Oh, it's just so easy. I was tired of being the president. Oh my God. It's just crazy. Because the cans, we didn't know where the cans lived and they just let them take over. It's still a lot of women out here getting pregnant by our natural predators. It's very much still a lot of bird-brained, male-centered women. Personally, me, I don't want kids. I don't want to be tied to a man forever. And I also fear childbirth because black women have the highest mortality rate in childbirth. Sasha challenges Barbie's legacy in the commercialization of womanhood. I want to get into Adriana Smith. She's literally a brain deceased woman on life support. Not even life support because she's dead. And her family doesn't even have a say so in what they can do with their own family member's body. And the state want to keep her alive due to the heartbeat bill. And we don't even know if this baby's going to be healthy. I highly doubt it. It will be a, I'm not even going to use the word miracle. It would be wild if the baby is healthy, but I highly doubt it. How can somebody, something that's not alive, create something healthy? And it's, I feel like it's very sad. I feel like the family should decide, should have a choice. And I'm pro abortion. I am, especially when it comes to medical stuff or even great babies. No one should be in on this. I feel so much sympathy and empathy for people who learned that they're here because their mother or even their father was raped or graped. And we even see this in The Handmaid's Tale. One of the handmaids was used as an incubator to hold the baby. And I feel like the government is doing this as a test. Women bodies are always up for debate. If the government can tell us what we can do with our bodies, they can do the same with men. At the end of the day, we are all property of the government. Ken learns that he matters as himself, not as an accessory to Barbie or a power hungry version of masculinity. Of course, he's still figuring it out, but that's okay. Everyone needs to balance masculine and feminine energy. Masculine energy, leadership, logic, assertiveness. Feminine energy, nurturing, receptive, and creative. Ken's arc was a sincere take on self identity and unlearning patriarchy. I wish a lot more men would do this, but this world just hate women.
Patriarchy became what it is because we kept coddling our boys into narcissistic men who are now on a mission to dismantle the feminine. So everybody take this situation and reflect. Because the spiritual war that we keep talking about is not about black and white. It's not even about the government versus the people. It is about the masculine being at war with the fact that the feminine is the master of the universe. These men are fighting for their lives as the Y chromosome keeps getting smaller and smaller. And they fluid asses keep getting more and more confused. And they start to see us more and more as their competition. Sisters, our men don't have our backs either.
Barbie succeeds as a feminist satire by holding a mirror to patriarchal norms with wit and heart. It sparks important conversation about power, identity, and gender expectations. Barbie was a bold, culturally relevant film that critiques patriarchy while entertaining the audience. And I love the ending. At the end, I thought she was going to a dang on a job interview. And she's like, I'm here to see the gynecologist. They was like, love you, Barbie. Good luck. This girl is going to the gynecologist the whole time. And that was so relatable to me. You know, I just love Barbie as a movie. It was done well. And it, like I said, it sparks these conversations. You know, the movie wasn't, oh my God, I'll watch it 10 times over like I did Sinners. That's coming soon. But the movie is good for this climate that we live in today. And that's all I got. I just want to let all my women out there know to protect their wombs, raise these kids up to be strong, respectful, and smart and knowing of what's going on around them. And I also feel like, we all know that some that girls are raised different than boys. We have to change that. That's what's causing, we're living through that effect right now. I know I probably won't see the changes within my lifetime, but when it comes to my niece and nephew, I'm gonna let them know. You gonna know, and you gonna step right. You need to know how to direct yourself in this world and just be better, because they are the change. They will be the change. But thank you if you stayed to the end to listen to me yap and talk about Barbie. Up next, I will be releasing Sinners. And go ahead and get ready to cancel me on that one. Thank you so much. Leave your comments down below if you watched Barbie, what you thought of it, any conspiracies you got out of it. If you have any recommendations, just leave it all below. We love to chat and yap here. And I guess we'll chat later.